Hello everyone, my name is Teacher Carol. How are you today? Okay, I'm good. Please get your please get your book Math in Action 6A. Sorry about that. Okay. Please get your book Math in Action 6A and please open your book on page 69. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so let's begin. Our topic for today is about prime factorization, okay? Our topic for today is about prime factorization. Okay, so what is a factorization? A prime factorization is a way of finding the product of a number using its prime factors. Prime factors are factors that is prime number which are numbers that doesn't have any factors except for itself and 1. Example of a prime fact is examples of a prime number is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and 13. Okay, so those are an example of prime numbers. For example, number 1, 6. 6 equals 2 times 3. Okay, consider, sorry. Okay, sorry again. Okay, so for example, 6 equals 2 times 3. Okay, so consider the following counting numbers expressed as the product of their factors. Okay, so 6 equals 2 times 3. Okay, 2 and 3 are the prime factors of 6. Okay, so 2 and 3 are the prime factors of 6. And then 10 equals 2 times 5. 2 and 5 are the prime factors of 10. And then 30 equals 2 and 2 times 3 times 5. 2, 3, and 5 are the prime factors of 30. And then 12 equals 3 times 4. 3 times 4. Okay, so 3 is a prime factor of 12, but 4 is not. Okay, so 4 is not a prime numbers, right? So because 4 is not a prime numbers, that's why 3 is a prime factor of 12, but 4 is not. And then 32 equals 4 times 8, so 4 and 8 are not the prime factors of 32. Okay, so 4 and 8 are not the prime factors of 32. And then 48 equals 2 times 3 times 8. 2 and 3 are the prime factors of 48, but 8 is not because 8 is not a prime numbers. Okay, so some counting numbers expressed this way consist of all prime factors, including 6 equals 2 times 3, 10 equals 2 times 5, 30 equals 2 times 3 times 5. This is the prime factorization of 6, 10, and 30. 6, 10, and 30. This is the prime factorization of 6, 10, and 30. Okay, so that's the prime factorization of 6, 10, and 30. 12, 32, and 48 are not expressed this way. So 12, 32, and 48 are not expressed this way. Therefore, 12 equals 3 times 4 is not the prime factorization of 12. Okay, and then 32 equals 4 times 8 is not the prime, it's not the prime factorization of 32. And 48 equals 2 times 3 times 8 is not the prime factorization of 48. Okay, because they are not the same like the first three numbers. Okay, so here, the prime factorization of a counting number is that counting number expressed as the product of its prime factors. Okay, prime factors is prime numbers. Okay, so here, please open your book on page 70. Okay, so let's make a factor 3. Okay, so here, page 70. What are the prime factors of 48? Okay, so express 48 as the product of two factors. Okay, so 48 is the product of two factors which are 6 and 8. Okay, 6 and 8 are not prime factors. Okay, They are not prime numbers, okay? So 6 and 8 are not prime factors. Continue dividing them. Okay, so let's continue dividing them. Okay, so first, okay, so 3 times 2, okay, so 4. 4 is not the prime factor. Continue dividing it. So 3 times 2, okay, and then times 2 times 4, okay, and all the numbers at the bottom, okay, all the numbers at the bottom are now prime numbers. Okay, so you have to take out that 4 and change it. Okay, so divide it until you get the prime numbers, okay, in the bottom. Okay, at the bottom. Okay, so sorry. The factor 3 shows that 48 equals 3 times 2. Okay, so 3 times 2 is equals to 6. 6 times 2 is equals to 12. And then 12 times 2 is equals to 24. And then 24 times 2 is equals to 48. Right? So we already get the prime factorization of 48. Okay, we already get the prime factors of 48. All the numbers at the bottom of the factor tree have to be a prime factors. Okay, so all the numbers at the bottom. Okay, so all the numbers at the all the numbers at the bottom of the factor tree have to be prime factors or prime numbers. Okay. Okay, so here, now let's answer here. Number one, which of the following factorization is prime, which of the following factoring is prime factorization? Okay, so number one, 27. Okay, so number one, 27 equals 3 times 9. Okay, so 3 is a prime factor, but 9 is not, right? Because, why? Because you can multiply, we can multiply it to it has many factors, right? 3 times 3 is equals to 9. 3 times, you can, okay, so 3, number 1 is not a prime factorization, and number 2, okay, so let's move on to number 2. 1 times 9, okay, so 28. 28 equals 2 times 7, 2 times 2 times 7. Okay, so it's considered it is considered as a prime factorization. 2 and 2 and then 7, right? Okay, understand? Okay. Be- okay, so remember that prime factors are factors that is prime number, which are numbers that doesn't have any factors except for itself and 1. Okay? Except for itself and 1. That's why number 1 is not a prime factorization. Okay. Number 2, number 2 is prime factorization. 2 and 7 are prime factors of 28. Okay, understand? Okay, now please answer your book. Okay, so now please answer your book on page 70. Okay, on page 70. And then please answer number 2. Factor each counting number using a factor tree. Okay, so you have to do it like this. Okay, you have to do it like that. 24. Okay, so 24. 4 times 6 is equals to 24, right? Okay, so make it make a factor tree. Okay, draw a factor tree like the same like this. Okay, so until you get the prime factorization of the products. Okay, understand? Okay, so now please answer your book on page 70 and 71. Okay, page 70 and page 71. If you have any questions, please let me know, or you can also ask Teacher No, okay? So that's it for today. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.